Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Joshua.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, we forgot to tell you guys, we are Loki twins. We have the same birthday.
Yeah.
How wild is that? I know. So,
Please enjoy the interview
happy birthday, twin.
and happy birthday. What aspirations do you have? What ambitions do you have for sales?
For Seals, definitely one of them is to become of the best once again in Uganda. And then also making sure that we have a good relationship with each other, making sure we trust the process.
So back then we used to have a coach called Coach Darren Murray.
Yeah.
From about 2016 to 2018, he was South African as well. Are you friends with him? Do you know
I
him?
know him. Yeah,
And
he was a backstroker.
Yeah. When was the first time you heard about sales?
The first time I heard about Seals was, I think, 2018 when you guys came to Cape Town.
Yeah.
At Western Province Champs.
Yeah.
So that was at the pool that I was training at UWC. Yeah.
Okay. And you met the likes of Mr. Tefro, Seron Georgie.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
And some of our legendary swimmers back then.
Yes. Because you guys came to a regional kind of championship, and so to see a country or a club from another country, they was like
from
really
East Africa,
exciting. Yeah.
And what good words do you have for Ugandan swimmers, especially when you met them for the first time in 2018?
Yeah, I definitely welcome them to our country.
Yeah.
And then motivated them to kind of do their best. You know, I think it can be a bit of an overwhelming experience to swimmers that perhaps are not exposed to that magnitude of the sport. There's a lot of young swimmers, a lot of fast, high performance swimmers as well. The crowds are quite big, so there's a lot of eyes on you when you're racing, and that can be daunting when you're a young swimmer. So just motivating them to do their best and enjoy it. I think that's important as well.
Okay. And how's the experience been like at Sales Swim Club in Uganda now?
It's been, at the beginning it was quite challenging, adjusting to the culture, the different kind of, I would say, climate as well, because it's different to what I'm used to. But also being able to meet new swimmers, meet new staff members, coaches, and seeing the impact that at the beginning I could possibly have, and now 2-3 months later am having is amazing. I think the appreciation that I'm seeing not only from the staff and colleagues, but also from parents and swimmers, for me being here and being able to have this passion for the sport and showcase that to them, it's everything for me. Being able to see that you mean so much to the swimmer, to the parent, and to your fellow colleagues and coaches as well, for me is really heartwarming. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so much.
Okay. Sales Swim Club actually used to be one of the most dominant clubs in the country, and it's my parent club. I love it so much. It is home to me. So back then we used to have a coach called Coach Darren Murray. From about 2016 to 2018, he was South African as well. Are you friends with him? Do you know him?
I know him. Yeah, he was a backstroker.
Share with us a little experience you
Cool.
have.
So funny story.
Yeah.
I was a junior swimmer when he was a senior.
Yeah.
And he was actually my role model, like growing up, because he was of the best backstrokers South Africa had.
Yeah.
And still is till this day. Like I think someone that
one
was like a pillar. Yes. Like,
pillar to
exactly. And especially a swimmer of color myself, saw him as like a role model in that it could be done, you know, by someone that looks like me, by someone that's my race, to go that far in the sport and to break those stereotypes once again and boundaries. Because we need to also remember that as much as swimming is amazing, there are those kind of adversities that you do face as swimmers and individuals within the sport. And so, like I said, to be able to see someone that looks like me in the sport and go that far, like he went to Worlds, you know, he did really well, he went to Olympics. For me, that was really big, you know.
He used to show off and say he was in the top 12 backstrokers in the world back then.
Yeah, no, definitely. And so we had a good relationship. I mean, he was a good senior swimmer, I was a junior swimmer, and like I said, we were in a high performance center, so to be able to train with swimmers that was of that caliber and see them and every day come to training, I was like, I want to be like them. I want to be as fast.
I mean,
as them.
he's so inspirational. He transformed my thinking of swimming, and he transformed me into a very good swimmer, because I remember joining the club when I was in the 40s in 50 fly, and then by the time he left, I was making 31 as a teenager in the 50 fly stroke. So he used to give us a lot of land work, and he used to push us to be the best that we could be. And I really want to thank him for all he did. And it's really inspiring that we can carry on that generation from Coach Darren Murray to now Coach Joshua. And what aspirations do you have? What ambitions do you have for SEALs?
For SEALs, definitely one of them is to become of the best once again in Uganda. First and foremost, and then secondly, to make national championships and champions, and eventually make national records and break records as well, and then also go to all Africa Games, Commonwealth, and possibly Olympics.
Okay, so you have a long-term vision for SEALs, which is really inspiring. But starting locally with clubs, I'm sure you've had clubs that are dominating, like Getters, Dolphins, Silverfin. What strategic moves are you going to make to ensure that SEALs will go back to the top?
Firstly, definitely consistency with regard to training, making sure swimmers show up, because it's going to be tough, and you need that kind of motivation as to why you want to come every day. It starts with pitching up, showing up, and then once you show up, making sure that you're actually giving your best in every session. And I think because I have a psychological background with regards to my studies, I can incorporate sports psychology into my coaching methods and techniques. So not only looking at swimming coaching, but also the sports psychology behind it. Making sure that I have a good understanding with regards to where the swimmers are mentally in their developmental stage. So if they're 12 years old, we are there at 15, 16, 17 and further. And then also making sure that we have a good relationship with each other, making sure we trust the process. Because like I said, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a journey. There's going to be wins, losses, all of those things. And I think once you have a good relationship with one another, the coach and the swimmer, that you really can achieve great things, I need to understand where the swimmers are at, and they need to understand the process and what our goals are, and then work towards them. Both myself and them work together to achieving them. And then also making sure that we have really high intensity training sessions, prepping as best as we can for championships and competitions. And then also making sure that we're staying on track with regards to times, what are the national times, what are the best times,
personal best times, and and also and making sure an individual focuses on themselves and grows. They need to know that they need to compete against themselves and not their rivals elsewhere.
Like I always say, if you swim a competition and you just improve by 1 split second or 1 second, you've improved. And eventually you're chipping away at time, and you will become the best. Versus comparing yourself to a rival competitor that's like 5 seconds faster, and you're like, oh my word, they're 5 seconds faster than me. Instead of just looking at yourself and chipping away a few splits or a second, and eventually a year or two, you'll be swimming either their time or faster. And your PB would then have dropped by 5 seconds.
That's really, because I remember Coach Darren Murray. That's one thing he instilled in me, and not just in swimming but in life, that at the end of the day, you have to focus on your own lane. Someone else's journey is different from yours. So whenever I would go in a race, because most times I would make the finals at SEALs Invitationals and all that. So whenever I would make a finals race, I wouldn't focus on, sometimes I wouldn't get podium wins, but I wouldn't focus on my competitor. I would focus on PBs, and that helped me make progress at the end of the day. Are you a football fan?
I am. Not a big one, but I do support Liverpool.
Oh, I thought you support Manchester United.
No.
So, in football reference, for many Ugandans who don't know much about swimming, in terms of SEALs Swim Club, Seal Swim Club is sort of like a liken to Manchester United. The glory days that we had back then, between 2015 to 2019. But now we feel like Seals feels like you're the Ruben Amorim who has stepped in with this new fresh
outlook,
air, outlook, and I think you can understand and relate the likeness, because I mean, with Coach Darren Murray, we had a lot of seniors who were more than teenagers and above, and now with the Seals, now we have younger kids. So I think it's the right time for you to take the young kids and grow them and develop them, and that's why you said it's going to take time. Just like it's going to take time with Ruben Amorim and with the Manchester United. But I think if we look at it in your Liverpool club point of view, you're almost like Arne Slot. So I think hopefully you can bring the Arne Slot masterclass to Seals.
Definitely. I'll try my best.
Yeah. So I think with the juniors, I think that's basically what you have to do.
Definitely.
Okay. When do you think you'll win your first title with Seals?
Maybe March. Well, March is a bit soon. We're in March now.
This is March.
Yeah, we're in March, so June. Definitely.
June Nationals.
Yeah.
Okay, you're ready to go.
Yes.
Okay. Tell it to the camera that you want to win Nationals.
We are ready to win Nationals. Let's go.
Nationals 2025.
We're there. Nationals 2025. Seals, we're taking it.
Okay. A simple, nice message you would like to maybe send to the parents and your fellow and the swimmers at Seals, and also the coaches you work with. How have they helped you?
So I would definitely say the coaches that I'm working with currently just ignites that passion that I already have for the sport and for coaching. Being able to contribute to my motivation every day and seeing that they are enjoying what they do. They're seeing and understanding that they are playing a pivotal pillar to a lot of kids in sport and teaching them how to develop the skill of swimming, and also nurturing that love and passion for it, carrying it through from learn to swim, stroke development, juniors and then seniors, and understanding how important that role is. And then also the message I have for the parents and swimmers, I want to say keep doing what you're doing, show up to training and give it all you got every session. I know it's not easy, but set those goals for yourselves and you will achieve them.
Wow. You've had the message, and we just can't wait to see what Seals Swim Club. I mean, it is my club, you know. I have so much love for it. So my prayer is that we get back to the top.
Yes.
And I just can't wait to see where this journey will take us.
Awesome.
All right. Cheers.
Going in 5. All out, guys. All out sprint. Work the underwater work. 6 to 8 butterfly kicks. Streamline position. Ready? Hop!